The morning sun streamed through the glossy glass windows of ABC's Manhattan studio, turning the Live with Kelly and Mark set into a golden stage where anything, serious or silly, could erupt. On this particular broadcast, viewers tuned in expecting celebrity gossip, lifestyle hacks, maybe even a cooking demo. Instead, they got a front-row seat to a battle of wits between daytime television's first couple, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. It started innocently enough, as these things often do. The couple was discussing something simple, a news item about whether couples should keep a joint calendar or separate ones. Kelly, armed with her razor-sharp humor, insisted joint calendars saved marriages. Mark, confident in his calm, Spanish-inflected charm, argued that independent scheduling gave couples freedom. That's when it happened. "Mark," Kelly said, narrowing her eyes and leaning toward him like a cat stalking prey, "you just negated your entire argument in real time." The audience erupted in laughter, and Mark's jaw dropped in mock outrage. "I did not," he said, his voice rising just enough to betray the fact that yes, he had. Kelly raised one manicured finger, the universal sign of, "I'm about to destroy you." She turned toward the cameras as if she were briefing the jury. "Ladies and gentlemen," he just said, and I quote, "I like having my own schedule, so I can add things that Kelly already put on our shared one. Does anyone else see the logical problem here? Because I do." The live studio crowd roared again, clapping and whooping like it was a comedy club. Mark tried to fight back. "That's not what I meant. I meant," he paused, fumbling for words. "I meant that I like to add my own notes." Kelly cocked her head, smirking. "Your own notes on the same events I already scheduled? That's called a joint calendar, genius." Viewers at home could almost feel the secondhand embarrassment radiating from the screen, but Mark wasn't ready to surrender. If anything, he leaned into the bickering, adopting the faux serious tone of a trial lawyer. "Objection," he declared, holding up his coffee mug like it was a piece of evidence. "Counsel is misrepresenting the facts." Kelly crossed her arms and leaned back in her chair. "Objection overruled. You're negating yourself, sir. I rest my case." At this point, even the stage crew was chuckling, cameras shaking ever so slightly as the operators tried not to laugh too hard. The magic of live bickering. What makes these spousal spats on live so addictive isn't the substance of the arguments. Who really cares about calendars? It's the rhythm of the repartee, the marriage as sitcom energy that Kelly and Mark bring to daytime television. Kelly plays the wry, quick-tongued New Yorker who can slice through any contradiction with a quip. Mark plays the passionate but slightly outmatched husband, valiantly trying to defend his ground even as it slips beneath his feet. On social media, clips of the exchange began trending within hours. Mark negating his argument in real time is peak marriage, one fan tweeted. Another wrote, "Kelly Ripa should start teaching a masterclass in verbal takedowns. Step 1. Marry your opponent." The debate continues. Back in the studio, Mark wasn't ready to give up. "You're twisting my words," he told Kelly. Kelly shot him a look of mock sympathy. "Ah, honey, the words twisted themselves. You just let them out." Mark groaned, dramatically burying his face in his hands. "Why do I even try?" "Because," Kelly replied, "you love the thrill of being proven wrong by your wife in front of millions of viewers. Admit it, it's your kink." The audience gasped and then burst into uncontrollable laughter. Mark turned crimson but leaned into the joke. "My kink," he repeated, shaking his head. "This is what I get for marrying a talk show host. You weaponize comedy." "And you," Kelly shot back, "weaponize nonsense." The pair glared at each other for a theatrical beat, the tension punctured seconds later when Mark cracked a grin. Kelly reached across the desk to squeeze his hand, the gesture softening the edges of their playful sparring. It was classic live, equal parts banter and affection with a wink at the audience that said, "We're fine, don't worry, this is just how we flirt." Why fans love it. For years, Kelly Ripa has been praised for her ability to keep live unpredictable, balancing glamour with goofy reality. Since Mark officially joined as her co-host, the show has leaned even further into married couple chaos. Viewers love watching them navigate real disagreements, however trivial, because it feels authentic. They're not reading scripted lines. They're riffing like they would at the breakfast table, except with cameras rolling and a nation watching. Experts in daytime television have even suggested that this authenticity is the secret to Lev's enduring popularity. Kelly and Mark give us the comfort of familiarity with the excitement of unpredictability, one TV critic wrote. Every argument is a little love story disguised as a debate. Backstage fallout. After the segment ended and producers cut to commercial, audience members whispered among themselves, wondering if Kelly had pushed too hard. But insiders know better. Behind the scenes, the couple's bickering rarely lingers. They'll argue about calendars on air, one staffer shared, and 5 minutes later they're sharing snacks in the green room, laughing about it. Sure enough, when the show returned from break, Kelly and Mark were seated side by side, sipping coffee and grinning. During commercial, Kelly told the viewers, Mark decided to create a third calendar to keep track of his other two calendars. Please pray for me. Mark chuckled, lifting his cup in a mock toast. To logic, or lack thereof. The audience takes sides. What's perhaps most entertaining is the way fans split into Team Kelly and Team Mark camps after every on-air squabble. Following this episode, Instagram polls showed a predictable 78% siding with Kelly. But Mark supporters remain fiercely loyal, praising him for fighting the good fight and insisting that being wrong has never looked so good. Kelly, naturally, reveled in her victory. On her own social media that afternoon, she posted a selfie with Mark, captioning it, "Caught him negating himself again. Some things never change." Mark reposted it with the caption, "Marriage, the ultimate debate club. More than just banter." While it might look like harmless sparring, the dynamic between Kelly and Mark reveals a deeper truth. Their marriage thrives on banter. They've been together for nearly 3 decades, and they still manage to surprise and sometimes outwit each other. The fact that they can turn a minor disagreement into national entertainment speaks volumes about their chemistry. Daytime TV can often feel formulaic, but Kelly and Mark inject unpredictability. One minute they're dissecting celebrity news, the next they're reenacting their latest domestic squabble with theatrical flair. It's not just talk show filler. It's a reminder that love isn't always roses and candlelight. It's also laughter, sarcasm, and yes, the occasional negated argument. The last word. As the show wrapped up, Kelly leaned toward Mark, her voice soft but still dripping with mock superiority. "Just admit it, babe. I won this round." Mark sighed theatrically, looking out toward the audience as though searching for an ally. Then, with a smile that betrayed his defeat, he said, "Fine. You win. But tomorrow, I'm bringing charts and graphs.